number one live show in the world, West Coast Pop Log Podcast. Coming to you from Pig Studios in Compton, California. Featuring radio personality Super Steve Flores, comedian extraordinaire, that dude Johnny C, and Mr. I'll Do Anything for a Buck, Mario 81. So throw your dubs in the air and let's get ready to pop log!
I think Johnny's ready to go.
Let's go!
It's Tuesday night. You know what that means. Number one live podcast in the world. The West Coast Pop Lock Podcast.
That's us.
What up, Super Steve?
What's going on, gentlemen? How you guys doing?
All good. I'm ready to get my week on today.
Dude, I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to get us to August 6th, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get that party cracking.
Who's not ready for August 6th? We've been pumping this up. The local music experience is being a fucking strong backbone. They are supporting. They are telling all their friends and their moms. Can't wait to see all the moms out there. It's going to be great. It's a free
Is there
show.
moms coming? I hope some moms.
There's some moms right there. You know there's going to be some moms
Come on,
there.
dude. I've been there before. There's moms.
There's
There's
definitely
moms there. There's a lot of moms there, dude.
At Boomers?
Yeah, hell yeah.
The only
There's a
time,
few moms.
The one time that I've been down there was some really beautiful women my age, you know, which is like rare for me to say, you know what I mean? But they're the moms and the grandmas. You're my age, you're probably a grandma. Like they were out. What's up with my fucking camera? Get me done right, Mario. God damn.
They might have been your age, but did they have teeth?
Yeah, no, they're still going good.
pay for
man.
them.
They're
Okay,
still
they
going
pay
good.
for them.
Yeah, not the ones that they were born with.
Oh, okay.
But you know, some they got them. They're in there for sure.
By the way, really quick, with no teeth, I don't know, there's been this video of this
What?
chick on TikTok, and she's been making her rounds on everything. I don't know if anyone's seen this. This chick, no teeth. I'm talking about zero fucking teeth. She looks like a fucking crack whore.
yeah,
Big
yeah.
tits.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you see her transformation with all her makeup, and then all of a sudden she's like a 9 out of Orange County. Like, what the fuck? But then she's also like a 1 out of Orange County. Like, she looks like she hit rock bottom, but like, holy shit, like, smoking mirrors.
Look, this is the duality of humanity. You know what I mean? Like both of those things exist at the exact same time. She is both of those people and none of those people at the exact same goddamn time.
That's like
This
us.
is-
We are the number one, but we're not the number one on every Tuesday
No,
night.
like in my mind.
It's
In
all
my
that matters.
mind, we are the number one
No,
live
we
podcast.
are the number
Yeah,
one
that's
live
what I'm
podcast.
saying.
There's
That-
no other podcast on right now,
no,
live.
no.
So we're the number one.
On Earth.
Yeah.
And fuck, I like the way you think.
Hell yeah, bro.
Mario. let's
Flex
get the
them
intro.
muscles.
Let's start the intro. Let's go. Let's start this goddamn show. Who are we here with?
Let Steve do it, because Steve...
Oh,
Well,
yeah, that is true. Yeah, that is okay.
This is a friend of
that's
mine.
true. Yeah.
This is Mr. Chad, police officer, and we just said, hey, let's have a little chat with them.
Yeah.
But we have some questions that we would like to ask.
Yeah,
him.
we need some. Look,
And,
I got the most important question that I'm sure that everybody like. This is the thing that if I had one chance to ask a cop one question, this is it. What's the best energy drink?
That's your best
That's,
question?
look at these are dudes that need to stay alert. Late
Yeah.
hours, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? They're out there working long ass shifts that need to stay.
I'm more of a coffee guy than an
Okay.
energy drink guy.
Okay.
But the times that I have, it's those monster, the white can,
White can monsters.
the zero,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Sugars.
yeah.
those are the best. 'Cause you
See?
don't crash on those.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Okay. So the white can, monster white can.
That you want
Otherwise, just coffee.
coffee.
Yeah, 'cause I do coffee, but it doesn't keep me up.
Right.
I'll go to bed on coffee.
No way. See, I know a lot of people like that. I had a boss who would make a giant cup just to drink by himself, and then another fucking giant pot. He'll drink that. He'll take the fucking thing by the handle and drink it.
Holy
like,
shit.
Like no one else. Like no one wants coffee. Just him. If I have one cup, I'm.
Shaking.
Yeah, dude. Like it's crazy, but I can drink energy drinks. Not a
And
problem.
you don't want to be a police officer shaking. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to get somebody shaking hands,
or
hell no.
crashing. Like,
Oh yeah.
I don't want to do this.
Oh yeah.
They can say he has
They
Parkinson's.
pull you over, and then like why isn't he getting out of the car?
It's like, man,
because he crashed. He's done.
Never mind. I don't want to do this.
Yeah, we'll see you later, bro.
He looks
just
scared.
go.
Why is he shaking? Why is he shaking?
Why is he shaking? Hey, so you were telling the story of how you became a police officer earlier when we were not on the air, but yeah, let us in. I mean, you said you didn't. That wasn't the intention.
No. My intentions were to be a firefighter. My father was a firefighter, so that was the direction that I was headed. And I was told that my chances of getting hired as a fireman was slim to none. So I decided that I would go the route of being a police officer, and so growing up, I had no desire.
No desire whatsoever.
None whatsoever.
What kind of stuff did you? I mean, like, because I know there's SWAT team. Did you do any like special stuff within the?
Yes, I worked like 6 years of undercover work, and then I worked another 4 years of like detective assignment, like assigned to a desk.
How hard was it to go back to like regular cop stuff after you've been undercover and doing that?
It was tough because
Right?
you have so much freedom. Like,
Sure, you don't have like your job is not having a job. Your
No.
job is to be out in the
Right.
world on the streets, fucking making shit happen.
right, calling people, making drug deals, buying drugs off of people. There's nothing-
Living the good life, doing fun
but
shit.
you want to know something, dude? Like, I'm
It's
a-
Johnny's
amazing.
Fun Time
But
is
you
what
know
we're
what
gonna
it
call it.
most undercovers look undercover-ish.
Sure,
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you seen undercover. I got some
Look at this
undercover,
fucking
bro.
cop right
Yeah,
here.
undercover, bro. Did you ever get into that kind of stuff?
Well, you'd be surprised. I had a pretty large beard that kind of covered up my face pretty good and my mouth. So obviously, teeth are a big disguise.
Sure.
If you have clean white teeth when you go and buy drugs, people are gonna be like, "Yeah,
You don't do drugs.
Like, get out of here.
I'm not selling nothing to this
Tried
quack.
to
Get out of
keep
here."
you on the okey doke.
You know.
You had to hit a Snickers.
Yeah.
Get a Snickers. You get a little dark in there. Like, what's up?
But if you're selling drugs, you're making money. Don't you think you're gonna want to get your teeth fixed?
Well, yeah. I mean, again, you'd be surprised how often or the lack, I should say, that people would actually like look at you up and down and decide if they're going to sell
Sure.
the drugs.
They just wanted
didn't
to get
care.
to sell. Yeah.
They just wanted to get that money and bounce, So you make appointments with these people, and you were on their time, tweaker time. So it was like they'll show up in an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours,
days.
maybe.
You know what I mean?
It was always a hit and miss. So you usually had like 5 people lined up. In case one failed, you had
had
a
a
couple more to
backup.
come
Oh man,
through.
that's like dating. You know what I
Hell
mean?
yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
gonna date tweaker chicks, you got to have like a bunch of them.
Yes.
Yeah, just in case. The worst
Yes.
part though is when they both show up at the same
They're
time.
like,
Damn.
they just gotta do mind tricks on them, man. That's not what happened.
Look over
at
there.
all.
Hell yeah.
By the way, what kind of mind tricks are you doing on fucking Crack Whores
Tweakers,
anyway?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, tweakers, like
The best mind tricks, all of them. You know
They
what
all
I mean?
work.
Like, sorry, you don't know any fucking tweaker mind tricks, and I fucking got all of them.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's what happens when you work at a tattoo shop in Harbor City. You learn how to fucking tweaker Jedi mind tricks. You fucking
Yes.
how to hustle them.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's like it's like pulling out the fucking rock out of your sleeve.
Oh, they're like, holy
shit.
fuck!
I don't care who's here. No, I remember being at Coachella one year, and a friend of mine had a fake badge, and there was these people doing Molly on they were just kicking it,
Yeah.
friends of ours, and one of his buddies comes out and like flashes them, dude. Oh, they both go running, dude. And they ended up breaking up because the girl's like, "Why did you leave me?" But they were just tripping,
Yeah.
And it's crazy, dude. Like, doing shit like that, dude. Like, undercover.
Did they take the Molly from him?
No. He was just fucking with them.
Oh, that would have been even better.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
like, oh,
No, they
cool,
had
just
already
scoop
taken
that
it.
up.
No, they had
Scoop
already
that up.
taken it, but it was just like, oh shit, I can only imagine, like that was a fake undercover.
Sure.
You know, imagine real shit, you know what I mean? Like it was crazy, dude. That guy, he was pissed forever. He's like, fuck you, dude. I lost my girlfriend.
I'm sorry, man.
It just shows the kind of guy you were. Automatically.
Left her behind.
It just shows.
Right,
man.
sorry you got a chance to show who you really are.
Yeah,
man.
that ain't my fault. You ran.
Take the blame for it.
So, I mean, you've been a cop you've done all kinds of crazy shit. You get into this because you kind of fell into it, not the route you wanted to go. Have you now found some sort of obviously you had to like the job for as long as you've been in being a cop and being in this kind of law enforcement. I mean, how long have you been here now?
I've been in a police officer for like 24 years.
Fuck, dude, that's a long time. That's some serious fucking
Sure.
commitment. Like, I could barely stick to a real job.
You for
Yes.
sure have your 10,000 hours. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Don't
absolutely.
tell me nothing about
Absolutely.
nothing. Yeah.
It's a different time too. I started in the late 90s, and then it was different. A lot of hatred towards law enforcement, and then obviously 9/11 happens, and then it's like
it changed.
it's a 180.
You're back to the beginning now.
Everybody loved law enforcement. Like,
Sure.
I couldn't go
Really?
to a restaurant.
After 9/11,
I couldn't go
fuck
anywhere
yeah.
where somebody didn't pay for me to get something. Like if I was in line at like Starbucks or a restaurant sitting down or a drive-through, oh, they paid for your meal. They paid for your meal. They paid for your meal. Now you're like, shit, is my food gonna have spit in it?
Damn.
Yep.
It's a different time. It's a different, there's a lot of different things that are going on in life, and it changes, but that's any profession.
Sure.
Any profession will change. Like one day it's this, the next day it's not. And that's the one thing that's great about our job is it's always changing. There's something every single day that's new. A new case law that came out from court, so you have to change the way you do police work. So it's nice. It's fun. It's always changing. It's always evolving.
I bet. It's the streets, man. You know,
Yes.
they're out there changing all the time.
They are.
Like, it's
You'd
never
be
the same.
surprised, you know. I mean, back in the days, it was the way people, you know, did drug sales was a different way than they were doing them to
Sure.
this day and age. You can go on an app, you know. Now with weed being legalized, you can go to a store down the street here,
And get it,
or
yeah.
I can just go into your lunchbox right now and get some.
Allegedly, but yeah.
It's legal. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's
No,
okay.
I'm
Get
just
the fuck
saying.
outta here, guys.
By the way, in talking about walking into a store, I did walk into Stizzy in downtown LA. Oh my God, it's beautiful. It's
Get
immaculate.
outta here.
It's an experience just to get in. But okay,
I'll bet, but that's fine. Look, Mario's got it.
Yeah, he has a one-track mind.
Over the weed store.
Yeah.
just
Weed,
it was
bro.
beautiful. I haven't had a chance to share it with anyone. Like, if you have not been to the Stizzy store in downtown LA, you gotta go. It's like Disneyland for like potheads for sure.
Was it rides or something?
Yeah, get out of here.
I mean, you have a ride as soon as you get your shit, but I mean, it's beautiful in there. It's all lit up. There's fucking graphics everywhere. There's fucking screens. It's
You
something
know,
else, man.
I
It's
just want my weed
the
and
fact
bounce.
that all this is like that, I mean, good for them. I hope everybody makes money and does all that stuff. But the fact that that is possible turned my job. I went from a highly paid criminal to a minimum wage worker overnight because of things like this. So as much as like good, I'm happy for everybody. Me personally, fuck legal weed. Like I'm fucking so mad about that.
There's probably a shit ton of fools that hate legal
Dude,
weed.
man, see, I went from a highly paid and just criminal only by definition because what I was doing is I'm not fucking committing crime. I'm just driving.
but you're
things-
committing crimes.
Yeah, driving things from one place to another. I guess
Yeah.
that you
Allegedly.
know, right? You
Allegedly.
know, like and that shit went from that's a minimum wage job now. Get out of here, stupid legal weed. Hate
Oh,
it.
yeah. And it used to be like, I'm not trying to say it was cool, but it was like they had that, like you said, criminal element. Like,
danger
always
to
had
it.
that danger. Like, oh,
Corporations have taken
Yeah.
weed. There shouldn't be weed culture, but the weed culture that there is has been fucking taken by the fucking man, by fucking housewives and fucking corporations run by dudes that live in mansions in Manhattan Beach. Fucking dorks. Let me tell you, before when weed was not legal, all black guys. Weed got legal, no black guys. It was taken.
It's interesting when you do those types of deals with weed. Even before it was legal, you know, we'd sell pillows of weed, and you know, I would drive it on the freeway with probably $400,000 or $500,000 worth of weed in the back of my truck, and you're just like, man, imagine how much money you could make off this stuff if it was like legit, and then all of a sudden it becomes legit. I can't imagine what some of these popular dispensaries are making. It's got to be just insane amounts of money.
I worked at a dispensary for a while that eventually got shut down. But seeing like, this is like what like. Look, I'm not encouraging anybody to commit any sort of crimes.
You do every week, Johnny.
But banks don't have any money.
Correct.
Banks don't have any cash. Like banks, like if you right now are like went to whatever bank branch, you're like, I would like to withdraw $50,000 cash that's in my account. They would tell you, we don't have $50,000. Are you fucking crazy? Like we can order you $50,000, but we don't have $50,000. You know who's got $50,000?
Yep.
The Disneyland of weed that Mario was just talking about.
See,
They've
but
they've
most
got-
of these places also have armed
course.
security, or
Oh,
they
for sure.
or they got the ghetto gang that's fucking backing them up in
as
some of
they
these
should,
fucking
as
lowball
they
places.
should, as they need to, because like I know dudes that got killed like working at fucking a guy that was a security guard at the dispensary I worked for security company, so he would like work at like different dispensaries and in another spot got fucking shot and killed like quick, like no problem.
damn.
No bueno.
There's no shame in that. They'll just take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no problem.
Well, let's get into some police officer myths, man. You guys don't hang out at donut shops at night, do you?
Well, so you know, this myth. What else is open at 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning?
Right.
Strip clubs.
7-Elevens.
7-Eleven. So you know that's a
Yeah.
location that you'll see them, and then donut shops, coffee shops, right? So that's kind of how it all came out.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know, and then you know, obviously, who doesn't eat donuts? Right? I mean, how do you not eat donuts?
Yeah, no one's like, you know what cops eat? Sardines. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right. You know, you show up somewhere and they've got donuts, you're gonna eat
Takis.
donuts.
They
Yeah,
eat Takis.
I don't.
bro.
I don't care if you're stuffed. You're completely full. You just ate.
Man, we should have brought donuts, bro.
Oh, I know.
That would
Damn.
have been.
I would have eaten them.
Yeah, that would have been fresh though. Like welcome. Like
And like that's
Some
for
fresh
like if I
ones.
brought him, I've never met Chad before. Walk in and be like, yo, here's some fucking
Damn, what's
donuts.
I would have
No.
grabbed and ate.
But it's like such an aggressive move. You know
no,
what I
but
mean?
it would have been like, hey, we would have been like, okay, open it up and like, which one is he gonna get?
Yes.
Yeah, you going for the maple bar? Are you going
No,
for
no, no. The
what's your favorite?
white frosting with the sprinkles.
That's
Oh.
of course.
My
Me and
daughters
donut.
love those. I love those. Dude, I just can't pass them up.
With sprinkles and white.
Like I don't want to hear
frosting
about no
sprinkles.
fancy donuts either with cereal
Right.
on it.
No, no,
and this
no,
other
fuck
bullshit like 21st century donuts.
No.
I want vanilla cake, vanilla frosting with the white rainbow fucking sprinkles. Like that's a donut.
I'm a maple bar guy, bro.
I mean,
Just
I'll
a
eat the
straight
fu-
maple
I'll
bar.
eat the fuck out of a maple bar too. But I
or
was
an
just
old
saying,
fashioned
like,
with maple syrup on
That's
it.
good.
You
Yeah.
can have any donut sitting out on a table. I'll eat any one of them.
Hell yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, but
I
they have
don't
to. But they have to be
discriminate.
OG. They have. I mean, like Krispy Kremes, whatever. And like
I'll
you
eat
said,
that too.
I like Krispy Kreme.
I'm not a Krispy Kreme.
Really?
Man. Hell no.
I'll eat donut holes. I'll eat those
Oh,
donuts.
donut holes. Those are like just little, little compadres on
I'll
the way
sit.
home.
I'll sit at one setting with the donut bag and eat the whole thing.
Dude, that's the donut holes are the donuts you eat on
Oh,
the way
yeah.
home from
Hell
getting
yeah, bro.
donuts.
That's why, because you put that box there, you don't want to. You don't want to fucking cut
Like,
the tape, right?
I gotta warm up on the way
Hell
home.
yeah.
That's the appetizer, Johnny.
Yes.
Dude, they always give you the little bag for free. Like,
Yes.
and they
Well,
throw
that's how
those
you know
in.
you're in a good spot. They
Yeah.
better fucking throw in some donut
Yes.
holes.
Yeah, they throw
Line your
4 or
stomach
5.
with donuts before you eat donuts.
Oh,
You
yeah.
gotta warm it
Hell
up.
yeah.
I'm all with that.
And then you get home and you're like, oh, I haven't had one. And there's all
Yeah.
kinds of shit. You're like, oh, I haven't had one yet, dude.
Oh, they didn't give me any donut
No.
holes. Oh, those cheap fucks, they didn't give me any. I'm sorry. I got
They
this
always
shit.
give me some. What
Yeah.
happened to you, jackass?
Yeah, that's funny though, because everybody loves to make that comment about cops. Oh, go eat a donut. Okay, bring me one.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Bring me one. I'll eat it.
Do you find it now, like you were saying, things have changed? Do you find it now that people like are more brave and like trying to talk shit as they walk by? Because I don't think it's ever really, at least too many people that stand there and try to talk shit, but it's to walk by a little like, fuck you, fucking go eat donuts.
Fuck you!
Yeah.
As they're driving
Yeah,
by.
all the time. It's more now than there ever has been. You'll get people that walk right up to you and flip you off and tell you're a piece of shit scumbag. And you're
Holy
like,
shit! No way.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
you can't take anything personal. You know,
Absolutely.
that's the one thing that people need to realize if you ever get in law enforcement. It's not personal.
It shouldn't be.
You know, at the end of the day, when police see or when somebody sees an officer arrive, what are they there for? Because there's a problem, right?
Yeah.
And we solve problems, whether it's talking to somebody, settling a dispute between family members, business owners, brothers, sisters. It doesn't matter, right? If a fireman shows up, they're there to help you, rescue you, give you medical aid, treat you with something that they're going to take you to the hospital, make you better. So people automatically have that assumption when an officer shows up, like, they're here to fuck with me.
Yeah.
That's not the case. People call us to come out there to solve
I
problems.
didn't just show up.
Yeah.
Right. And you'd be surprised. I mean, it'd be Christmas Eve and family members are drunk and fighting. And we show up and they're like, why are you here? Why are you guys drunk and fighting? It's Christmas Eve.
Why'd you call me?
Like, I'd much rather be at home with my family
Yeah.
than here working and trying to solve your problems.
I'd rather be at the 7-Eleven with a dark coffee.
Right.
And you want to know something? 7-Eleven has the best maple bars.
Oh, really?
They do. They do. That's a hidden gem. 7-Eleven has the best
shit.
maple bars.
Have you had their pizza?
Nah.
Oh,
Is it good?
dude, their pizza's
Dude,
fucking
when
legit.
it's good, it's good.
When it's
and then
fresh.
sometimes you walk in there and you're like, how long has this fucking
It's
pizza
cardboard.
been here?
Yeah, but
like,
if
what the
you
fuck
but
is
you can
going
ask them
on?
to make a fresh one.
Oh, hell yeah. No, you could ask him to make a fresh.
No, you can't. Just tell them you want to buy a whole pizza.
Oh, sure.
And
like
then you'll
$7,
make it, and
right?
then you're like, you know what, dude?
never mind. Give me them
just
two
give me a couple
slices.
slices.
But the whole pizza's like $5.
Yeah,
Just
no,
take
for
it.
sure.
Right.
Just buy that
You'll
whole
fuck
fucking-
it up.
Johnny,
later.
just buy the whole fucking
But their
thing.
fresh pizza,
Shit,
it's
it is.
not
It's
bad.
good. You know what? For the money,
Right.
It is not bad. There's a 7-Eleven right by the corner of my house, and it is like my mission every night to not go to 7-Eleven.
Same here.
You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, because it's walking distance. It's fucking. I'm like, don't go.
Yes.
Don't go to 7-Eleven. don't go to 7-Eleven. Then and I wake up and I'm at 7-Eleven. I'm like, how the fuck did I wind up at 7-Eleven?
Transported there.
Yeah, this is the last place on earth I wanted to be.
I'm always at 7-Eleven buying lotto tickets.
Oh, yeah,
same
that
here.
too.
I was
man.
Especially when it hits over 100 million on the Super
I
Lotto
only play when
Powerball.
it's big. I only play
And everybody
when
always
it's
says,
big.
well, that's when everybody's playing. Okay.
Yeah, cool,
Everybody
man.
play.
I want to win
money in the
big.
Pump
pot.
it up. Yeah,
I
I
don't
wanna
give a
pump
shit.
it
I want to
up.
win.
I want to win big. I don't want to win
Yes.
small.
My mom always says I'm not wasting my luck on 22 million. You
Hell
know?
no. Gotta get that shit up. Gotta get them dollars up.
Yes. Yes.
Did you, when you first, this is setting up because my answer is yes. Did you, when you first got on the force, fuck with any of your friends and with your new police powers?
No. You know, like somebody would be driving through the city and you just so happen to be behind them.
Yeah.
You could put your lights on and
Yeah.
you know, chirp them a little bit and they're like, "Oh shit, I'm getting pulled over." And then you pull up next to them, you're like, "Hey, what's up?"
I have gotten that.
But I mean, I wouldn't say like, you know, beyond something like that.
Yeah, that's-
or when Steve calls and, "Hey, can you stop by and say what's up?" And you know, other than that, it's
I know two dudes that I knew them before they got on the force, and as soon as one of he worked and lived in my neighborhood, and he pulled me over like one night as soon as it's like the first time he saw me out, and it was the same time I had that loud ass old car, so getting pulled over wasn't out of the realm of possibilities,
right.
you know. So he pulls me over and he has the other dude in the car talk on the fucking thing and starts like telling me to put my hands out and do all this shit. And he comes up from behind me and started talking dirty in my ear. And I was like, what the fuck? You know, and I was like, you fucking
Yes.
asshole, you know? And it's like,
yeah.
and what he wanted to know, he's like, hey, what does Steve drive? And I'm like, I'm not telling you everybody's car so you could be out looking for him. He's like, yes. And he was like, don't you want me to do it to them? I was like, you can catch everybody slipping on your own. Don't fucking recruit me into your bullshit.
No, I never really went out and did that kind of stuff. I mean, again, you know, I didn't really have the time to just go and mess
Hilarious.
with
You're
people.
like, well, I got a
know,
job to do.
Real job.
I mean, again, you run into people and then, you know, they figure out like, oh shit, you're a cop. First of all, how are you a cop? Like, I remember you in high school.
Yeah. I remember the old school you.
I don't know. I mean, I passed everything.
They were hiring.
You know, they hired me. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, even to this day, when people find out that knew me back in the day when I was a kid, they're like, "You're a cop? That's weird. I never thought you'd be a cop." I'm
Those
like,
are the best.
Neither
To
did
me,
I.
those are the best cops. You know what I mean? This is like, look, this isn't something. This is.
I didn't grow up wanting to be
Yeah,
this.
I'm not out
Because I
there,
think
like-
sometimes the guys that grow up wanting to be it are the ones that are considered like the guys that are like assholes.
Yeah, they're out there running around going crazy.
Because they've been thinking of the day that they could fuck with people, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But not even like friends, like just fuck, I
Like,
can't
man,
wait. I'll
check
get back at
me,
you fuckers.
I'm
Yeah.
fucking walking around.
But that's like any profession, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. For
You
sure.
know,
100%.
you can have a guy that runs a retail store and he's a pompous prick, right? And all of a sudden he gets to a position of power of scheduling and doing whatever it is he's going to do. He's going to throw his weight around, you know. And unfortunately, in our profession, we are obviously in the public eye every single day, 24 hours a day.
It's different type of weight.
Correct. So, you know, yes, there is bad stuff that happens in our profession every day. You
Yeah.
know? But in your chosen profession, there's mistakes made every single day. Ours just happens.
for sure.
Ours just happened to be a life and death situation that we have to make our mind up in half a second.
Yeah.
Right.
So people need to realize that we do make mistakes. We're not perfect. And if anybody ever tells you that we are, if anybody ever tells you they know everything about this job, they don't. I've been doing this for 24 years. I don't know everything.
Yeah.
But I can find an answer for you if I don't. You
Yeah.
know, and that's the thing that people need to realize.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times we haven't been on time for this show. So we make mistakes all the time.
Like, and also I understand that things that happen that are commonplace, isolated when it's only happening to you in this one situation, seems like it's the biggest fucking thing in the world.
Right.
When like the example that I can give is when people would come to the tattoo shop and like get something misspelled or anything like. And this is something. This is a common occurrence. Like, this is not to what you're bringing this to me. Like, this is the end of the world. And I'm like, man, like, you know,
happens,
like, it
right.
happens. Like, what are you gonna do? So, like, just from judging from that, of course, any job would have the same things where
Right.
if it, just this one incident in isolation, I understand that this is a big deal happening to you, but this shit happens all the time. Like, I'm sorry if I'm not treating it like as big a deal as you want me to treat it like.
Right.
But like, I did this 3 times already today. Like, this isn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry. You know.
It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and nationally, things have not been, favorable for law enforcement in general. And again, there's ups and downs in this profession. Something's going to happen at some point in the next, months, days, years, where law enforcement is going to be held as heroes once again.
Sure. Absolutely.
And people will.
And it's going to be wild when that happens. Also, I think you're right, but they want it like, please. Like something happens somewhere where it's like, fuck yeah.
No,
like,
I don't want nothing bad happening to anybody.
No,
I'd rather be
not
held
bad.
as
I'm saying
bad
something
person.
good. Like something where
Right.
it's like, dude, like some kind of stopping something or fucking
Right.
blah, 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 whatever. People are like, yeah. I think you are absolutely right. Like, that's all cynics are dreamers that had their dreams crushed. You know, and so I think there's a lot of people that aren't mad, they're sad. You know what I mean?
But I would say, generally speaking, there's more people that support law enforcement than there is that don't.
Absolutely.
It again, everybody has their opinions of it, and it happens.
Like, and I think has to be also a distinction made. This is also a personal distinction that I have to make between law enforcement as an idea and as a fucking machine versus this man right here who works in law enforcement that is not a representative of, you know what I mean? Like, get out of here. Like I'm one dude. Fuck you. You know? Which I also understand.
Yes.
Sure. Having to make that differentiate. Like, dude, get the fuck out of here. I can't. I don't have the answers to all this fucking shit. Fucking out here doing my job. Leave me alone.
Yes.
As we're doing our job here on the West Coast Pop Lock Podcast, hanging out with Officer Chad, we really need to get into the nitty gritty. Some of these fucking urban myths and legends and tales of cops. Like, I've heard in the past, like, quota days where, like, you guys got to write tickets. I've heard that's true, that's false. I heard if you get a special sticker from a fucking certain cop or whatever, you don't get pulled over. Like, there's some shit like that out there.
Yeah, I've always heard that kind of shit. If you have like a fireman sticker in the back, like, or
shit, yeah.
The hoorah military one,
Sure.
like they give you a little bit of slack.
Is that true?
Or is that, or does that depend on,
I
like,
can tell
if
you
you
this.
were a Marine?
I'll tell you this. I don't care what sticker you have on your car, right? If it has, Pennywise or Rage Against the Machine, I'm definitely letting you go.
Oh, there we go, guys.
But if you are nice from the get-go and you're just totally cool and you're not smart ass, you don't talk back, you didn't say, oh, why you stop me or any of that stuff, and you're cordial and respectful, I would probably, unless it's a motor cop, because that's motor cop's job is just to write tickets.
Man.
That's
their
it.
job.
They don't care how nice you are.
they got you.
They're hunting. They're hunting.
That is what they are to do, is just enforce traffic and write tickets. But if it's a street car, a patrol car, officer stopping you, and you're cool, I'll tell you, man, you would probably get out of that ticket more often than not. Especially if you're just on the up and up and you're legit, some legit Joe. Now, you got some shadiness behind you.
I've never lived my life as a legit Joe, so I've never had that.
I'll tell you right now, like, if I stopped you, like, I would automatically assume that you were some guy that was probably in the world of tattooing.
Sure,
right?
Which was correct for most of my life. Yeah.
And that, again, that's just based off before I even met you, and I could have assumed that you were in something along those lines just by looking at your tattoos.
Sure.
So again, that's just life experience, right? If I saw Steve, I'd be like,
be careful.
Homeboy likes to make micheladas.
Oh, yeah. Michelada Rumble, I do have an announcement.
Oh, shit.
Next week.
Oh, man.
Next week.
Yeah.
You guys got to come back.
Right here,
Michelada Rumble.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
I will say this, though. Chad did save a life.
Oh, shit.
He did save a life. I was actually going somewhere and there was all this fucking traffic. There was these cop cars there. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I have to fucking flip a U-turn here. And it turns out that he saved some guy from jumping off of a bridge and killing himself. It was a fucking high. He would have been dead. And he talked him down. And I was like, God damn, not only are you a police officer, you're a fucking hero.
A hero, man.
That's hero shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate when people use hero like
Loosely.
Like you're not a hero because you fucking went to work, during COVID because you're fucking making money and working at fucking Ralph's. It doesn't make you a hero, homie.
Yeah.
Save someone's life. That's heroish, man. But yeah, I remember that, dude. How was that experience?
It was very unique. I mean, it's kind of one of those experiences you can't really put into words. Guy was having a shitty day, COVID, lost his job, having some struggles, things happen in life, home life problems, family life issues, and he just decided that today was the day that he wanted to end it. And, by the grace of God, I was able to show up and talk with him.
Just out of curiosity, when that stuff happens, do they get in trouble? Do they get arrested for causing a scene kind of deal? Or do you guys just let them go? Or do you guys call like the mental wards?
So yeah, we would put him on a 5150 hold. It's a mental hold. And we would transport him to the hospital, and then we would fill out a form, and they would be held at the hospital for a minimum of 72 hours until medical staff can evaluate them. They have a psych team that will come out. They ask whatever questions. I've never personally sat through a medical evaluation that they do, so I couldn't tell you what to ask.
Yeah. Hey, are you cool?
Right.
I'm not, bro.
But yeah,
You all right? Nah, man, I'm pretty fucking far from all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's obvious he needed to be held. So no, they don't get arrested. I mean, obviously, we're just trying to get him the help that he's asking for. So, but yeah, it was a great outcome.
Yeah, no, that when I heard that, I was like,
outcome.
damn, dude, that was
That's
crazy.
cool.
Hell yeah, that's fucking
That's
dope.
like one of those days where you walk in, like, before you go home, like, well, fuck you, man. You know what I did today, man? I'm fucking saving lives.
Hell yeah.
But your reaction is actually the opposite. You're super bummed, like that somebody was in that position.
Sure, that you have to go through. That's an intense experience to go through.
And it's intense it was intense for me. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like it was like pretty draining. Like you just sat down afterwards, like, fuck.
Because it could have went the other way.
Oh,
easy.
And believe me, it was super close from going the other way. It was an interesting situation. Like the whole dynamics.
It just makes you
of it.
reevaluate everything that your life in general, right? You just close your eyes and be like, think of your kids, think of your significant other or friends or other situations, and yeah, dude, that's crazy, man. But you know what? Thank you for saving a life.
Yeah, I get it. I'm sure that's not the only one, either directly or indirectly,
for
that
sure.
has been saved.
You've saved my life a few times. Shoot.
No, that's called saving your ass.
Yeah,
It's fucking different.
That's as far as I want to go, though. You know what I mean?
That was at a concert, though.
Yeah. No, for sure.
I like this question. What is your favorite cop movie?
Ooh.
Thank you to catch me out.
Heat?
Heat.
Fuck yeah.
Ooh,
Greatest
is-
fucking movie ever made.
Dude, that fucking shootout downtown.
Oh,
is
you will never ever see another movie that has like cops, so to speak, have that ever again.
To me, like the greatest moment, like actor nerd shit. The greatest acting moment in cinema history is Val Kilmer coming out of the bank, and when he's smiling, like look at the dude's like, we did it, and then his face drops to where he has to go.
Yes.
It's like, dude, that moment is the best acting that's ever happened in cinema. You know what I mean?
And then the firefighting scene was just insane. The volley of rounds coming from both directions because he's shooting in one location like where Pacino is and the other guy, and then he flips around and starts shooting to the other side. And you're like, man, this guy's. It just showed you, the training that go into that.
Sure.
It was badass.
Yeah, they were getting
That is a
down
badass.
in
True,
that.
hell
Like I
yeah.
said,
I'm about to go watch that shit tonight.
Absolutely.
I've never seen it. I'm going to go see that shit.
You've never seen it?
I've never seen it.
Oh man.
And it was like the
What?
first time when like
is that even
Pacino and
possible?
Pacino and Al De
watch a lot of
Niro,
movies.
Robert De Niro were on screen together.
Yes.
I mean, we're probably right around the same age. I was a fucking teenager, early 20s when that shit came out, and it was like that changed my fucking world when Heat
Yes.
came out. Like, God damn.
When they had that conversation in the restaurant or whatever,
Like, you're gonna do what you do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what I do. Like, oh.
and no matter what, I'm not going back. When you said that, you're like, you know how this is going to end.
Yeah, I know. All right, you just gave how this
Yes,
movie's gonna end. Man. I just,
Absolutely.
like,
One of the two was dying.
Yeah, it's such a good fucking.
So good.
What's
to
the
check
worst
that shit out.
movie?
Ooh.
Like, cause there's, I mean, like you see some of those cops in some movies, you're like, oh my god, really, dude? Like,
I don't even know. You know what else is another really good movie is End of Watch.
Yeah,
Oh, someone just said that right
yeah,
there.
to watch it.
With
Like,
that right there, dude.
Minutes.
this is that's Jake Gyllenhaal movie.
Yes,
right? That one?
yes.
Yeah.
My at the time when that movie came out, my wife actually got up out of the theater and walked out
No shit.
because it was so like intense for her. So yeah, that was a good one.
My favorite part of End of Watch is that all those dudes, like the dudes, they're gangsters, like they're hard asses, but the whole thing is pushed by chicks who won't shut the fuck up. That are, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That are like, you motherfuckers aren't gonna do that shit. Like, who's gonna fucking? You guys better get. And they're like, all right, I guess we gotta fucking go dump
Fuck
on these
some-
fools
yeah.
because this bitch won't shut the fuck up. Like,
yeah.
But I tell you, those guys in that movie, like they had the best careers in a matter of like weeks or days, however long that movie, like their shift was. I mean, they came across everything that could possibly happen. Like one of those things would happen in somebody's career.
Right.
They had like 50 things that happened
that's
like
movies,
just
you know
during the
what I
time
mean?
period.
It's like movies are taking somebody's whole life experience and
Right.
smashing it into
Right.
90 minutes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Like 2
Like an
hours, yeah.
entire
No, but End of
career.
Watch is a really good one too.
How about like Training Day? Since you've done some undercover like that, come on, that's pretty crazy.
So Training Day, I mean, anything that Denzel does,
it's a good movie. It was a great
Hell
movie.
yeah.
It was a great movie, but
it's great,
realistic.
right? No, he's not going to have him, smoke
Yeah.
some shit before he starts his shift. Like
Really? What a bummer.
Yeah.
Like,
He's not gonna have him go to like
Right.
to his apartment.
kind of
where
like
it's
with the
in
start of our podcast today. You guys are like, ready? I'm like, this ain't Training Day.
Yeah, for sure, for sure,
smoke
dude.
this fool.
No,
polite.
but Training Day is that's good. But it's so far fetched.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, it's just that's Hollywood, but it's great. It's great entertainment. Denzel's just badass.
Dude, he's so good. Plus, he's got that Grand National. Like, that's such
Yes.
oh, my
I wanted that car.
When he hits those
exactly like-
switches.
When he walks out, he's like, it's unlocked.
Yes.
Like, no, I don't have to lock my car. Like, woo!
When he just raises that front end up and just bounces and then goes, you're like, okay, here we go.
You know what? One of the people on the chat were like, "Hey, why don't you take Doto on a ride along?"
Well, because why? Who the fuck?
He's
would
gonna
wanna
arrest him
torture
for not
somebody?
shutting up.
Yeah, why? So he get the shit kicked out of him by the end of the night?
By the way,
have time.
Doto will be making a special appearance on
Dropped
August
No,
6th.
he said he's coming. He said
Dropped
he's
off
coming.
in the middle of nowhere. Like, I'm like, well, get out of here, man.
But
I've had enough.
I mean, how long do you think it would be before he got a question out?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna have to find out on August
Officer
6th.
Chad, Officer
Yeah.
Chad, so Officer Chad, Officer Chad. The thing that I want to know is, Officer Chad, is
Right.
when you're out
Right.
on the streets, Officer
Yes.
Chad, like how do you?
Yeah.
I could imagine that being
Yeah.
what it is.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be great.
Do you like buffets, Officer Chad? You like buffets? His whole thing is buffets. He loves to go to Vegas for buffets, man.
Who doesn't?
doesn't love a buffet in Vegas?
No, for sure. I think I
Dude, the
want, you know
Flamingo,
what?
the buffet at the Flamingo. I can't wait till that shit opens. up.
We and Johnny were
Get out
we're
of
talking
here.
about doing a
Caesar's is better.
mukbang.
Yeah,
We
it's
should
a
do a
good one,
mukbang
too.
with him, dude. A buffet mukbang with Doto.
The
You and I.
seafood side
Come
on the
on.
Caesar's buffet,
The what side?
the seafood one
Sure.
that they have.
Hell yeah, giant crab legs
fucking
over
good.
there.
Yes.
I haven't been to Vegas. I haven't been fucking there in forever, but I especially haven't been since.
I just got back.
Well, yeah,
it-
but you didn't do anything fun.
Nah, I
went
was
to
there
go
on
work.
Sunday. I went to go do a walkthrough because we're gonna do Michelin Rumble in Vegas.
Where at?
I can't.
That's like
Oh,
a
you
mini,
can't reveal that?
Not yet.
That's like
Not
a,
yet.
that's like a mini fucking sneak preview.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming this year. We've been wanting to do it for a minute, but yeah, we found a cool venue, outdoor venue, and yeah, man, my boy Chino, my boy Calvin out there, they hooked it up. So yeah, that's another one. I've been working, dude. Been trying to get them shits out. you
I'm
know?
sorry, you've been what?
Working. See, everyone works different. You know what I'm saying? Everyone works different, bro. You know, I worked my way to this position to where I only have to work 5 times a year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
worked
saying?
your ass
But
off
I
those
worked my
5
ass off to
times.
get there.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Because people always talk that shit like, "Oh fuck you, you don't do shit." Like, fuck, I work to the.
I didn't say
point.
you didn't do
No,
shit.
no, not you. But I'm just saying, like, when's the last time you worked? 2 years ago. But I've
Also define
worked.
what work is. Like
Yeah.
define like I fucking work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're doing good. You got a house now.
Yeah,
Look
just,
at you.
You know, just doing my thing, man.
You're on the up
but
and up.
But I'm doing it because it's the support of everyone out there that comes through, that hangs out, and we try to have a great time. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
We always do that, and that's the one thing with me. I always like to you know to have parties. That's why we're having a party
August 6th.
Hell yeah.
Must be all these sponsors that West Coast Pop Lock podcast has, huh?
Yeah, well, we're trying to get that Wreckage as a sponsor.
Wreckage
Looks
would
like-
be a good sponsor. I know those guys.
Yeah, you're
I know
sponsored
those
out.
guys,
That's
yes.
that hat's pretty sick,
Yes.
bro. That
I know
W.
Wreckage. Definitely. You should hit them up.
Yeah, Wreckage. You can check them out.
I'll let you know. I'll talk to him.
Yeah, Wreckage on
He's my boy.
Instagram, dude. That's some cool stuff. They got some
I'll
cool
check it
stuff.
out.
I like that because that W, you know, Wreckage, West Coast.
Right.
Yeah,
Pop
it
Lock,
fucking
really.
works.
There
Man.
you go.
It works absolutely.
Hell yeah.
You should have them do hats for you guys for your.
We should.
West Coast
6th.
Wreckage.
Well, I was trying, because, you know, we're going to have merch there and stuff, shirts and stuff like that for sale. But, yeah, dude, we got to, you know, hook me up with them, dude. And then we can figure it out. So that'll be August 6th at Boomers. Doors open at 8. Johnny will go on and do a set. He's going to do a set of I don't know how long.
Yeah, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It'll go as long as it goes. It's our show. I can do as long as I want
Yeah,
to.
that's
I'll
why,
do an hour if
that's why I
want
don't
to.
want to tell you how,
Right, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
that's why you going to say what you and then we're
as
going
much
to have.
comedy as I got in me. That's how much you're
Yeah,
gonna
we'll have
get.
DJ High C. Then we're gonna, you know, we're gonna do a live party, and hopefully, you know, we have Chad back and all the people that we've had throughout this awesome year of 40. What now? What are we?
This is
42.
41.
Episode 41.
41, bro. You're 41.
So how much have tattoo policies changed since you became? Since
You know,
were in the force?
there's a lot of agencies that are actually being less strict about it.
Yeah, I mean,
I know at my department they made a policy after me because of my tattoos.
because you just showed up one day with tattoos.
Yes, I had my back done already at some point, and then I had like my upper arms done, and then I decided just to go ahead and go down the arm, and yeah. So
We used to, the first tattoo shop that I used to hang out at. There was a Gardena cop that used to hang out all the time. Pat, dude, he was the fucking best. And he had it. I used to think it was so cool because no cops had fucking tattoos.
Right.
And he had shit on his upper arms that just peeked out through below his uniform. And I thought, I was like, this fool looks like, not only is he a cop, this is like fool's a badass. This fool's like this fool's not to be this. He hangs out in the underbelly when he's not at work. You know, like he's out fucking in tattoo shop. Like I think, which automatically, especially back when you started getting tattooed, man, before that, like it was definitely not. It was definitely not cool that for cops to be out getting tattooed.
you'd be surprised how many times they've actually come into play and helped me connect with people that just didn't want to have nothing to do with somebody. And the topic comes up about tattoos, and they're like, "What do you know about tattoos?" And you're like, "I don't know. Half my body's tattooed. What do you think?" They're like, "No, you're not." And then you show something, they're like, "Oh shit. Oh, you know what? I could talk to this guy."
And the fact that you actually know something about, like, you know,
Right.
like, it didn't. How long did it take for us to like start talking about names of dudes and like,
Yeah,
like,
and you knew everyone that has tattooed
like,
him.
Yeah, and it's like
Tattoo world is a very small.
for as big as it
community.
is, even as big, I try to explain to people that as big as it is and as many butthole shops and stuff is out there in the world, the actual world of tattooing is so small.
And it's a great brotherhood.
Yeah, those are my tat bros. Like, these are my fucking brothers, you know?
I'll
like,
tell you, there's nothing more incredible than showing up at a tattoo shop and the guys, every single one of them are so fucking supportive of each other.
Sure.
So supportive. It's insane. Like, they'll come over and they just appreciate what you're doing. Questions about, oh, hey, what'd you use on that outline?
Right, when when you have a shop of killers,
Right.
which you get tattooed at Port City, which is, they have 3 shops in the greater Long Beach, Orange County area, full of killers.
Right.
Like everybody, this is where, that's the shop that Cody works at. Cody works with these, shot Tom Moser and Uzi and fucking Tim and all these fucking murderers that work at the shop. And like, they for sure push each other to like, you know, to do their best.
And you have to put yourself amongst people that are pushing you.
Right, and that's what I miss the most. What I miss the most about working in a tattoo shop is being a part of a crew.
Right.
Like I loved going out as a crew, going to dinner as a crew.
Yes.
Like, and so we ran our neighborhood. Like we were the fucking cool tattoo shop.
Right.
Like, and there's nothing better than that. Like being in a fucking crew is the best. And when
Sounds like a gang, Johnny.
it is a gang.
Oh, okay.
It is a gang. It's a work gang. Like,
Well,
like
now you're part of
gang.
the West Coast Pop Lock podcast
exactly,
crew.
Exactly. This is my crew now. But it's like, yeah, it is. It's like how people say you have your work wife, you know, my work. Well, this is your work gang. Like,
Got
this
it.
is- you know.
It's
And Mario
definitely
would be the
family.
work wife.
Yeah,
I'd be the
absolutely.
work buddy.
No, you'd be the Sancho.
Yeah, there you go. The work Sancho. I like that.
Be the work Sancho. Yeah. That's just because you have a pretty smile.
Thank you.
Got a pretty mouth.
That's a good
Yes, he
compliment from a
does.
man, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like when the
man.
man's like, hey, you got a pretty smile. Thank
Like,
you.
oh, thanks, man.
You've been in jail, right?
Thanks for
I have
thanks for
actually.
noticing. Man.
So earlier, you as we were kind of talking, and you brought up, the stress that this job brings, and obviously, I can't even imagine. I barely get up every day to kind of go do what I gotta go do, and I deal with my shit. You're dealing with, and obviously in different aspects in your career, in these many 24 years of you being a cop, of picking or not picking, but being in these certain elements. I mean, how do you kind of wind down from this? What's your go-to? Like, do you blast music? Do you? I mean, obviously you have a lot of jacking off. You have your kids, and obviously I know you got to spend time whenever there is time, because I know cops are working like 12-hour shifts or whatever.
Yes. So each department has, different schedules where they work 4 days a week, 10-hour shifts, or 3 days a week, 12.5-hour shifts. And then obviously if you work overtime, and some shifts turn into 16-hour shifts. So, family is what grounds you, You can get absorbed into the whole world of law enforcement and kind of get sucked into it, where you just hang out with other cops, you go on vacation with other cops. And over my career, I've kind of steered away from doing that, where I've always kept my family life, and my work life. It wasn't because I wanted to not have my kids involved. It's just, I mentally checked out when I come home.
Sure.
All the bad stuff you see, you put in a bank and you just let it be. And then when you come home, you're with your family, and you just kind of.
You have to be present. You have to be present there.
Yes.
With that.
And you'd be surprised how hard it is to be present at times when you have so much on your mind.
I bet.
And that's the other thing too. I couldn't tell you how many birthdays, Thanksgivings, Christmases, 4th of July's, New Year's that I've missed with my family, with my kids, watching them open gifts because of work. That's tough on any family. Let alone, a father of the family.
Yeah, you got 24-hour, 7-day-a-week job.
It sucks sometimes, and that's the downfall of the job. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's the job that I chose to do, and I just deal with it. But yeah, you definitely put stuff in a bank, and you kind of leave it there.
And then when you hang out with work buddies, you're gonna talk about work.
Yeah.
No matter what, it comes up. You know what I'm saying? So I totally understand. Dude.
It does. And then all my friends that I'm close with outside of work are, they're all professionals in what they do. Doctors, lawyers, salespeople,
Podcasters,
podcasters, owners of Michelada Rumble,
entrepreneurs,
and their drinks,
stand-up comedians,
right? So it's nice to have that break. So it definitely makes things easier for you in life. But I can understand when people retire, they always say they have a hard time separating themselves from the job. They don't really know how to identify themselves, because this is what
they
are.
If you ask somebody hey, what do you do? Most people say, oh, I do, electronics or something, right? Well, if you ask what I do, I'm a police officer, right? That's what I say I don't say I work as a cop.
Sure.
Or, and then what do you do? I'm a doctor. So there's certain professions where you say that's what you do. You don't say I work as.
Right.
And it's not something that you're just, boasting about. It's just the way it happens. So, so a lot of people, when they do retire, they have a hard time with going.
I lost my identity completely. I
Right.
stopped working at a tattoo shop.
Right.
As much as I still look like you work at a tattoo shop, I've worked at a tattoo shop in over a decade, and it took a long time for me to even realize that I had lost my identity.
Right.
And and what was my identity going to be now?
Right.
So I can.
There's
only
a lot
imagine.
of people. There's a lot of people that struggle with it, and I had a friend that just retired today, actually, and I think he's going to have those struggles of identifying who he is. So I'm trying to mentally prepare myself so that when that day comes, and I don't think I'll have a hard time with it. But you definitely want to start preparing yourself for it. Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you guys, and obviously with the different departments as you've been in and different kind of roles that you played, how much training kind of goes behind this, and do they prepare you mentally, psychologically? Do you go see therapists or counselors to kind of help you through this? I mean, obviously you talk some dude off the ledge from killing himself, and how does that leave you to where, like, does the force, like, hey, let's take care of you, or is it just like, all right, cool, good job, tomorrow get back at it?
No, they definitely offer you services if you ask for it.
Okay.
You know, there is services for you to get the help that you need if you need it. But who takes up on that is a whole different story.
That's the question.
You know, a lot of these guys have egos, and they're like, "No, I'm cool," and then months down the road,
Not cool.
Not cool, man.
You know, like
I mean, is it a some sign of weakness if they go that route and try to get help?
maybe
Or-
that's what they think.
But I think that's everywhere though, because most guys don't want to show that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And it stems from, like, I know you played high school sports. I mean, you're in high school sports, man. I remember hurting myself, and it's like you can't be hurt.
Yeah.
So you're already trained mentally, like you can't show weakness, you can't show pain, you can't.
One time in Little League, I got hit by a ball while I was batting. I was like, fucking crying. And my dad was like, "Are you fucking crazy? Like, you can't be out there crying."
Can't be
You get hit.
crying.
So the very next game, I get hit in the neck by a pitch, like just necked by a fucking. And my dad, I was just like, "Oh." I just walked to first base. I'm like, I'm fine.
But that's I think that's sometimes the issue with stuff like that. You know, especially with guys that we just don't want to show that part. You know what I mean? We don't want to
Sure.
be like looked at as weak as I had to
Or
go talk
not
to
even
someone.
weak, vulnerable. It's
Yeah,
not,
vulnerable.
It's not
There
even
you go,
weakness,
vulnerable.
It's
Yeah,
vulnerable. You know
I had to go
what I
talk
mean?
to someone. You know what I'm saying? When
Even
you
just
really
give
need
them the
to.
opportunity, like the doctor, whoever, to be like, even though it's not going to happen, like they're going to be like, this fucking pussy. You know, like to your face. They're like, this fucking pussy.
Or what is
right
he
here.
thinking?
Yeah.
He could be thinking that shit about me. Fuck that, you know?
I would definitely recommend that, when you retire, for somebody that's been in our chosen profession, to definitely go and seek counseling.
Decompress, yeah.
Right, because you got so much shit in your head, so much shit. It's just bouncing around in there,
Absolutely.
and it doesn't go away.
Fuck no.
I could tell you the exact description of the first time I showed up on a scene where somebody was murdered, what he was wearing. I could tell you down to his tennis shoes.
Burn, imprinted into
That's
your
like
mind.
23
That's
and a half
crazy.
years ago.
Yeah.
And I could tell you all the details about it. How does that happen?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you what I did 2 weeks ago. You know?
'Cause
But you can remember that
heavy.
kind of
That's
stuff.
heavy stuff. Yeah.
Fuck
You
yeah.
know?
And like you said, you need to decompress and to really, help your, yeah, you're right. Yeah. I think that should probably even end up being like mandatory. Like, hey, you need to.
It would be nice.
You know?
I definitely think it would definitely help. I mean, there's a lot of law enforcement officers that commit suicide after they retire.
Fuck yeah.
There's a lot of cops that kill themselves, during their career. Failing family, financial issues, whatever it is, and they decide that it's easier to go out that way. And it's tough.
How much is it to be a cop nowadays? Like, what's starting to pay for that?
Is it even worth it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know, to be honest with you. Each department's pays differently. I would assume 50, 60, 70,000 a year they start off.
Wait, that's it?
Yeah, man.
Holy shit. That ain't much. I mean, fuck, you get that at retail jobs, and I don't have to
Yeah.
carry a gun and don't have to fucking fight anyone.
No, you don't get to carry
You'd be
it.
surprised how many people that are educated now, right? There's more and more people that have bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and they can go and start a job in the white collar world, making twice as much as they would in our job. So the pool of people that are testing to be officers aren't going to be your best qualified, unfortunately, and it's a hard problem right now, recruiting to get the right people in this job.
I'll bet.
Yeah.
Because
with the stigma and everything right now.
not only the stigma, but just the people that with work ethics and different things. It's a really, really tough time recruiting at this point.
Well, maybe if those bums that you were talking about that built that little city
Yeah,
with that work ethic, they could,
they definitely could have.
Because we were talking earlier about how, Johnny,
got
one of the questions Johnny had was, hey, how do you, what was it about his back?
Oh yeah, like how, like I was trying to think of what do I know that cops know about, and what, like energy drinks, 24-hour spots, and how to like managing lower back pain from like sitting in a car all day, like getting sciatica and shit. So
Yeah.
and then that led into Here we go.
So there was a homeless encampment along a riverbed, or like a flood control channel, actually. And these guys like dug like a 10-foot trench, probably 20 by 10 and 10 feet deep. And they made a little city under there. I mean, it was like people had their own living quarters. They had their own like shitter where they dug however deeper that was, and then they would just cover it dirt when they were done. And it's just crazy what these homeless people are making these days, and how creative they're getting. But down in LA, man, they don't care. They just pop up on any sidewalk, on Venice Beach on the sand. It's just it's a unique world we live in right now.
It's getting out of control.
It is.
So you went down there to go check it out, and
Yes.
then you ate it.
Yeah, I slipped and fell on that flood control channel and broke my back.
Damn.
How mad were you when you're like, God, you motherfuckers!
Oh.
I come down here for this shit, and now I'm hurt.
Man.
Fuck you guys!
That bolt of electricity that went through my body, as soon as I had that impact, I was like, there's something seriously wrong.
Like I'm injured. I'm not hurt. I'm injured right now.
Dude, it scared the shit out of me. I was like, I have never felt that much pain that quick before.
Could you still move your fingers and toes the whole time?
Yeah, but it was all tingling and stuff.
Sure.
Dude, and then knocks the wind out of you, and you're like sitting there like, man, you're embarrassed, obviously,
Yeah.
And then when people find out, like, oh, hey, so you broke your back. Oh, man, what's the story behind it?
Oh, you're tackling some dude or
Oh,
something?
yeah. I slipped and fell. And they're like, what?
You
There's no
can't
good
say it
story
like
behind
that.
it?
You fucking fell into an
I was
underground city.
I was in
Yeah.
pursuit, and
Yeah. With a pursuit, and they took me to this underground city. Like, no.
there was extenuating circumstances, all right?
You know what?
No
I
good story behind that
I
one.
can't talk about it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Don't
fucking
talk secret.
classified,
Yeah,
man.
classified.
I can't tell you.
Aside from that, I mean, have you ever been like actually shot, stabbed, or like you've been fucking hands on you, fucking bloody nose? I mean,
Yes, I've been in more fights than I'd like to be in.
I'll bet.
I've
Buena Park, fool, what?
Yes.
Okay.
I worked in LA before I went to the city I'm at now, and there was I was shot at a few times.
oh fuck.
Yeah, so it was a unique experience.
I'll bet.
It's a pucker factor when you hear rounds whizzing by you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, to be a cop nowadays, and obviously all hatred, not hatred, love, and whatnot, like either you have it or you don't. And I mean, even that thing that happened in Compton where that chick was eating in her car with that other, there was those two sheriffs eating. Someone just
yeah.
came up and
Oh,
just
yeah.
fucking shot her
Yes.
and him. And I forget who, whatever, but someone carried, I think the chick carried the dude out or helped
Yes.
him or whatever the fuck.
Yes.
And after she was shot too. And
She was shot in the mouth. Yeah, man, I give them all the credit in the world, especially going back to the job. It's
Yeah, that's the wildest part. They're like, yeah, I'm going to go back. Like,
yeah,
like,
it's,
get out of
I'm
here.
telling you, man, it's an interesting world that we live in. It's a very interesting world. It's one of those jobs where you just have to kind of,
you have to love it.
ready and get back out there and do it. It's easy to walk away from. Absolutely, it's easy to walk away from. But I was nervous when I hurt my back because I thought I was going to have to retire. And I eventually went back on the job, but I had like no fallback. I was like,
Sure,
shit.
this is what
If my back doesn't hold up, what am I going to do? I've got a family to feed. I got a family to take care of. How am I going to have health benefits, health insurance, like retirement? Like, what am I going to do? So I ended up going back to school and get my college degree.
No shit.
nice.
Like
Yeah.
while you were healing, like just
No. Afterwards.
Oh, really? Just like I'm
Afterwards.
never gonna be in this position again.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because I felt helpless.
Yeah.
And I had 2 young kids. I was like, bro, I got to take care of my family. How do I do this?
Did anything else change, like about your life when you wound up
Yeah,
getting
you
hurt?
kind of look at things differently. You kind of take it day by day.
Yeah.
It's not like guaranteed. So yeah, I definitely went back with a more upbeat attitude for sure.
A friend of mine he got hit by a car, and he was like in his 40s, and he got hit by a car, asshole over elbows, And after that, he got in like great shape and started like he was like, this is like never again. And it was like the same the feeling you're talking about being helpless, like never again. I don't want to feel fucking helpless again.
Right.
Like I'm gonna build my body strong. Yeah.
Being in pain, that amount of pain for that long it will break somebody.
Did you forget what it was like to feel good?
Yeah, I still don't know what it's like to feel good.
Sure, about being 100%. Sure.
I'll never be 100%.
Yeah.
I get epidurals 3 times a year just to function with my back, just to bring the pain down enough where I'm like, I can
I can
sleep
do
tonight.
this. Yeah.
You know,
By the way, I'm not about to nerd out. Like, you're just like Batman. He has that Batman recipe voice. Batman got fucking his back broken, came back and shit.
Oh my God.
Wow.
But you're a modern day
You
Batman,
just got
bro.
called Batman. I
Hell
like that.
yeah.
oh, can I have Bruce Wayne's money?
Fuck,
Yeah.
I think we all want to need fucking Bruce Wayne's money.
Play
then
the
I
lottery and
retire.
get it.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean,
Sure.
you should fucking be in riches. I mean, you gave your back. Like, fuck. Like, that's insane to me. Like, you need to be taken care of, but yet you're still fucking working. And even if you are working, hopefully you got a fucking raise for goddamn breaking your back for doing your job and finding an underground fucking city of bums.
Nothing.
Jesus Christ. Did your bosses at least come bring you fucking flowers and shit?
Nope.
Fucking assholes.
no
God
one
damn,
remembers
bro.
you,
But
dude.
they checked up on me. They checked up on me, but no
I
flowers.
guess.
So you're
Yeah, I
gonna
want to
be-
see when you're going to come back to work.
You'll be back at work on Monday,
Yeah.
right?
You be back
good.
then? No, it was.
We got some shifts we need covered, man.
I
Where
tell you, dude,
at?
I have sympathy for anybody that hurts themselves and is in chronic pain. That is no joke. Absolutely no joke.
I'm in pain every day.
Why, there was
Fucking hurts.
like watching older athletes, especially when you watch them like move around, you can see them just like their backs are fucking like.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh.
Boxers,
Yeah, I couldn't imagine being
athletes,
Shaquille O'Neal.
Sure.
I mean, he's what, 7 something?
But he's been working
Well,
out, though. I
well,
would
yeah.
say he's been working out a
just
lot.
people
He lost a
aren't-
lot of weight
People
and
aren't
stuff.
meant to be that big.
But he's still
you know?
300 something pounds.
Yeah.
Nah, look, I've read a couple things on him, and he exactly guys that tall don't live long.
Yeah.
So he
like
was
a
like,
big
I need
dog.
to do some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Great
So he
Dane.
just started
Yeah.
working out and like, you know, yeah, he's taking care of himself. He looks great, you know, even
does.
on the shows on TNT when we're watching hoops. But yeah, dude, I mean, he looks like, you know, like
Speaking of, have you seen all the stuff he's been doing?
Yeah.
He has that
Walking-
show, fucking that Shaq show, and
No, but he walks around department stores and sees like moms that are trying to buy computers or school supplies for their kids.
he
And
does that on
he
the
just
show.
walks
Yeah,
up and fucking pays for it. Is that what he's doing on his show?
yeah. They showcased that there was some like I don't know. He was at the computer shop at the Apple store. And these little
Right.
kids come in every day and play on shit for free, and you know, fucking ask the guys like, hey, this kid, whatever, and yeah, apparently the kid comes in, the fucking Shaq bought him a computer.
Which,
Yeah,
like
dude.
it's that dude is like he did it right, you know, like he's
Oh,
just
yeah.
been doing whatever he wants to. And someone compared him to like in college where there's that kid who could have a 4.0 and be the smartest motherfucker if he studied, but instead he was like, I'm a party, and still graduates with a 3.7. Like it's still like
That's
a
Shaq.
like yeah, he could have been the fucking best basketball player ever, but instead he made Shazam and made some rap. You know, he was like, I'm gonna live my life and do fun shit
And
not-
still be dominant.
and still like crush all of you.
Yeah.
Like, don't be mad at me because I'm better than you when you're trying 100%. Like,
well, you know, he also fucked up. I think he spent over $1 million, like in his first month in the NBA.
oh yeah, of course.
Because
man.
he got his first check and he's like, he didn't know about the taxes and all this and your agents and shit. So he tells that story where he fucking spent all that shit and was like, oh fuck. And then he wised up. You
Well,
know?
yeah. Plus, it's easy when you get the fuck up, but you still gonna have
More money coming
like
in.
2 weeks.
And
I'm
that's
gonna
what
get
he said.
another.
Yeah. But then he wised up. He owns half of Papa John's. He owns
Yeah.
a General.
Yeah.
Like the guy's smart, dude.
Oh, he
knows
started
the-
that investment company, and
Yeah.
they own like over 500 businesses.
Yeah.
That
How
dude's
you
just
doing,
a
man?
genius.
Just make it happen.
He is.
This
Good for
dude
him.
doesn't have to do anything other than show up somewhere. This dude is in so many commercials. Just in the
Yes.
retail stores alone.
Yeah.
He's on the Epson Inc. He's on the General. He's on Papa John's. Fuck, dude. He's a whore
smart,
for
right?
fucking advertising. Like
Yes.
And he's a cop in Florida, right?
He was a reserve, yes.
Yeah.
oh shit.
Yes, he was a reserve.
Because I think his father was a police officer.
I know,
so.
yeah, I
He
know
was
he's,
all
I know he's
about
in the
it.
military. I don't know.
Yeah.
If he's,
Oh, yeah,
but-
military,
but
Military
he loves-
police.
but
He loves the police officer stuff.
And it's like, can you be even? Let's say that he fucked up his knees and he could never make it to the NBA. Can you be a fucking cop out there when you're 7'1"?
There's no
Like,
way you're dodging bullets
I don't know
that
how you're
size,
going to fit
bro.
in that car.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like, is there like?
Well, I had
You gotta
home in
sh-
a Suburban.
yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, even
It would
then,
still have to be. It would still have to be custom.
like he's got to be driving with his knees in his face.
It's
just
halftime.
like all squatted
Yeah.
up with his
I mean,
fucking
that
feet like
just-
this.
How many donuts is he gonna eat?
All of them, fool, all of them. Putting fucking shops like they're like
Mr.
sold out.
Olympia, Mr.
think I need
Olympia,
donuts.
8-time Mr. Olympia.
Ronnie Coleman.
He was a police officer.
Yeah,
He
Ronnie
was.
Coleman.
And
Yeah,
he was
for sure.
jacked.
Texas.
jacked. a monster. Can you
Yes.
imagine this fool? But if he pulled me over, if I was like a dick, I'd be like, I could take this fool. He's too big. He's too big. He can't hit me. You know,
Problem is he hits you, you're going.
yeah, that's
No,
it.
he's
You know what I
crushed.
mean? If this fool catches you,
Yeah.
you're done. But you got like,
I just seen the documentary on him.
Squeeze you like a pimple
oh my god,
Dude, I
I
seen
saw
it.
that documentary. It was so good.
with his back.
Oh,
on
so
Netflix.
sad, bro, dude.
Oh, yeah.
From he's so huge,
none
he
of
was
this-
so huge.
Like none of
dude.
it's free. You know what I mean? Like none of this shit's free. And like
Comes
and
at a price.
He paid the price for being Ronnie Coleman. You know what I mean? There's
He
a
was
price to
lifting
be
some-
paid.
But imagine
Wait.
how much money he made over his career of bodybuilding, right?
Yeah.
I guarantee you he's been putting that into his back surgeries.
Absolutely.
His knee
Oh yeah.
surgeries.
Well, he owns a supplement company and stuff like that. So he's he's pretty
Like, I have
good.
friends
He
that-
bought homes
Right.
and
I
stuff.
have friends that were professional skaters that spent all their savings on knee surgeries
Right.
and fucking like trying to heal up as
Right.
a fucking grown man when you're not making that money anymore. You
Right.
know, like that's fucking it's fucking rough.
But
dude.
yeah, he was a police officer through his whole career.
yeah.
Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah,
Imagine
the whole
too.
time.
Custom shirts, custom shorts.
You have to, 100%.
Yeah.
He
He,
was-
can only wear shorts too. He can only wear pants.
Yeah.
His legs are so huge,
They're
bro.
like, look, we got to change this no
How do
shorts
you-
policy.
How do you
This-
fit in anything like that? That guy was just huge.
He's taking 2 shirts down to the seamstress. He was like, here's 2.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah.
this into 1 for me.
Even like the
right now.
bulletproof, vest and stuff. Dude,
They
that guy
probably
was
had like
huge.
7
Custom.
of them on them.
Damn, that guy was huge, dude.
I couldn't imagine.
And he wasn't doing like, cause a lot of neighborhood outreach or like this
Right.
fool was in the mix.
Oh no, yeah, he was
like,
in the mix.
Yeah, he was out on
He loved
patrol.
it.
Yeah, like he was
Yeah.
not out giving speeches to school kids.
No.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? This fool was fucking.
Everybody knew him
happen.
too. Everybody knew him.
How could you not? You
Yeah.
just see him one time. You're like, you see
Yes.
that big motherfucker?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that's,
I ain't
that's
gonna miss
Ronnie
that
Coleman.
guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody knew in town. It was like, you guys know that there's a monster cop running around
Yeah.
here? Like, oh yeah, that's Ronnie Coleman. Don't you worry about it.
He's that
8-time Mr. Olympia.
Yeah.
cartoon character.
Yeah,
That dude was just
That's when it changed the
small.
whole body.
Right.
man.
Before it was just if you watch Pumping Iron now,
Yeah.
not that Arnold and Lou Ferrigno aren't huge in that movie.
Yeah, they're big.
But they just look like regular ass dudes, you know? And now you look at like Ronnie Coleman does not look like a regular ass dude, you know?
Well, he was competing at what 290.
Yeah.
Jesus
I think the
fucking
heaviest
Christ.
Arnold ever stepped on stage was like 220.
Yeah, right.
That's my,
man.
meet me
When
at
Lou
250.
Ferrigno, Arnold!
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? Arnold wasn't working out screaming Lou Ferrigno. You know
But
what I mean?
nah.
He's not
Even
thinking about you.
Lou Ferrigno's at LA County Sheriff Reserve.
Oh, is he
Yeah,
really?
he's been one for
Hell
like,
yeah.
He's been one for like 20 something years. He still is to this day. He still works as a reserve.
No shit.
Yeah.
Good for fucking Lou Ferrigno.
Oh yeah,
He's in
I like
great
it. I
shape,
like
too.
Lou Ferrigno, man.
Still. You know,
Still in amazing shape.
Like, even those dudes that are in that kind of shape.
Imagine
like,
him being the Incredible or the Hulk during that show. Like they use CGI for that stuff now.
Right.
That
No,
dude was
this
like
fool was the
legit.
Hulk.
He was
Yeah,
Hulk.
he was big.
I mean, they basically painted him green and be like, "Go, this is our CGI
Look,
screen.
Go be Lou Ferrigno.
just
be
go,
the Hulk,
just go be
man.
the Hulk, man."
You're right. Now it's CGI. It's all
Right.
fucking.
Give you all the fake muscles.
They
Yeah.
painted this
I mean,
dude
even
green.
like the Avengers, they couldn't even use like a legit dude because
No,
they
It
just
wasn't
didn't
big
want-
enough. It wasn't.
big
It
enough.
wasn't crazy enough.
right.
By the way, Don out there in Facebook also says about Shaq, he owns the copyrights to Elvis Presley.
Good for
Yes, he
him.
does.
Lisa
So-
Marie's fucking.
And,
Yes,
so
he
Don
does.
is a gentleman who got tickets to Boomers already.
Ooh, have you gotten your tickets to Boomers? Because if
Don's
you
getting
haven't,
He was the first guy to
Don's
get them.
getting
So
in.
thank
I better
you,
get
man.
my free tickets tonight.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. They're
They're
free.
free. Just
They're
go
free.
to-
You can donate
Come
whatever
on.
you want.
Free 99.
Free 99. You guys can go out to the Eventbrite West Coast Pop Block. I think it's WCPP AT Boomers at boomers.eventbrite. So get your shits.
And that way you
Friday.
get in for sure. It's going to be a party.
How do you memorize that?
I don't know.
That's his job.
Yeah, man. He got
That's the
shit.
job. That's when you do this. That's what we got to do. We have
That's
to
his
memorize
job.
that shit. We have to talk about shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's like
We-
tongue twister. I couldn't do that.
yeah, you know what
That's
I'm
too
saying?
much.
It is a tongue twister. Ugh.
But that's what we do every Tuesday night.
Oh my.
Live
Right.
at
At 8
number one.
o'clock.
Super secret location.
Fuck, man. I've been learning all kinds of cop stuff, and obviously the inside mind. You know what, man? Hats off to you and the amount of commitment you put into this. It sounds. I mean, I don't know you that well, but at least the brief moment we got to speak and the moments that we are here, it sounds like you're an awesome guy. It looks like you're trying to do the right shit. It doesn't sound like you're trying to be a dick. Like, what people portray cops to fucking be. I don't get that vibe, like at all. Like
Steve wouldn't be my homeboy if that was the case.
No, for sure. You know what I'm saying? And you're right. You know what? There's a stigma that people assume off the bat. Oh, he's gonna be a dick. He's gonna be this. Nah, man. If like he said, and I've always been this way. Whatever. When a police officer pulls me over, respect, bro. I put my hands where I'm supposed to put them. I get my stuff, and I go, officer. And he's gonna do what he's gonna do
every time.
No, he's gonna do what he's gonna do, bro.
Don't run, guys. Don't run.
And like he said, there's been more times than not where they've been like, hey, just slow it down or put your seatbelt on or whatever, And I've gotten my tickets here and there, but I was doing something wrong.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I got a ticket for looking cute. You know what I'm saying?
You would never get one of those.
It's like me coming to this super secret location. You guys tell me to go to one spot and make a phone call, and I get there.
The 90s house party style,
and
baby.
then I got a call, and then you tell me to go to the next spot.
And then we come pick you up.
Guys will pick you up.
At one point, I had 4 different cops following me around. I'm like, are these guys setting me up right now?
Not gonna lie, it can get kind of wild. Actually, on the way up here, some dudes were being detained, and I saw them get unhandcuffed out, and then they got into their vehicle. And like, okay, I'm driving by, like, oh shit, just another day in Compton.
Yeah.
Just another day.
C-O-T-O-N-E.
There we go.
Just another day.
Compton.
But yeah, man, thank you for putting up with us and our questions and what have you. And thank you, man, for coming out and being a good sport and letting us berate you with.
Leave those massage parlors alone.
Yeah.
I don't go to those.
No, I'm saying like don't bust them because I want to go to them.
Just don't go to the ones in our city right now.
Yeah. Thanks.
I love it. Thanks for the tip. Thanks for the tip, man. It's fucking hot. Don't go down there.
Stay out that city because they're hot.
Yeah. But thank you very much, and hopefully you can make it out to Boomers, and then people can ask you their own questions if they have any.
When is Boomers again?
It's August 6th.
You're a
See a wraparound right
Friday
now. Like
night, August 6th.
And who's helping sponsor that?
Yeah, Michelada Rumble,
okay.
and who knows, we might have a new sponsor by the name of Wreckage Clothing. If you're watching, I know you're watching out there, Wreckage.
If you decide to ever retire, man, you got a future in broadcasting, man. That was just making it happen right now. You're a goddamn professional.
Yeah, he set that up sweet.
I'm available on Tuesdays, guys.
Hell
I might have to add you onto the crew.
There's room on the table, man.
There is. I feel comfortable here. Like you can go ahead and just put my name on it.
Hell yeah. And next week, I think we're going to have my boy Josh. He used to do the Vans Warp Tours. We're going to talk about that, all the crazy stories. And there's this drink, and I forget the name of the drink that they would always make in the back. And I know it's Pabst Blue Ribbon and some other stuff. So we're going to see if we can make some of that and enjoy some. And
just really quick, when you say other stuff, are we talking about like other alcohols? Are we talking about like Kool-Aid?
I don't remember. But it's a crazy concoction that they would always make because they were always given a limited amount of money and they had to feed everybody with it. I think it's like $200. Yeah, make magic. And they did. And so we'll get some of those old school Warp Store stories and yeah, it should be cool. It's Josh.
Wait, I've given them so much of my money. Dude, I went to like Warp Tours maybe over 10 years straight. And mind you, I know Steve probably hit them all, but that was work. I went out of fucking like, yes, I'm going to go see all my fucking favorite bands for a long time. Crazy enough, I actually got to fucking see Katy Perry one year at the Warp Tour. Like, what the fuck is... I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It shit. That's when that first came out. Like,
I hope so.
And then all of a sudden, she's like...
Katy Perry was at the... did
yes.
Warp Tour?
She did the whole fucking tour. And
Really?
Yeah.
And this is when I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It first came out. It was super poppy. Like, what the fuck is she doing on the tour? Like, that's weird. And look at her now, the most monstrous fucking...
But if you ever look back at the history of Warped Tour, they had some, like, just
crazy,
crazy different variety of people.
Yeah.
Like, from, like, different genres. I mean, brilliant.
And they were always good about they're always packed.
Always.
And always good about trying to like expand whatever scenes there were. Like there was no I remember when like Jurassic 5 did Warped Tour and like there was no hip hop outside of like hip hop shows.
Yeah.
Hip hop didn't exist, and then Jurassic 5 did Warped Tour and it was like holy shit, like this is fucking.
Yeah, we could talk about all that cool stuff with him next week. That's Josh, and also he was the owner of Old Shoe Records.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, that was his.
Oh.
So
damn, that's gonna be really cool.
Did he sell that or shut it down?
I think he shut it down. I think he still owns like the name and that kind of stuff, but I think he shut it down. But yeah, we'll talk that next week. And want to say what's up to Wayne Sick. What's up, my boy, out of Vegas, listening to us and watching us and kicking it with all of us.
What's up, homie?
Yeah.
Shout out to my girls at home. See you guys soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna bring donuts home. He's bringing donuts.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go get some donut
White
holes right now.
frosting with sprinkles.
That's right. The way God intended.
Hell yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's always it's Tuesday night, the West Coast Pop Block Podcast. Catch us live every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Hit that like, smash it, share it.
You know
do,
what happens
do
on,
it.
You know what happens on Wednesdays?
What happens on Wednesdays?
On Wednesdays at 8 a.m. and 4 p.m., they replay this podcast on LME, the Local Music Experience, which is a free app that you can download right now. And we're fucking making shit happen on Wednesdays.
Hell yeah.
Number one best watched
We're the
podcast.
number one replayed podcast on Wednesday mornings
At 8
on
a.m.
LME.
God damn. We're
Number
taking all
one
kinds-
everywhere.
We're collecting titles around the world.
Hell
That's
yes.
what we're doing.
We're getting
Belt
straps.
collectors. I love that
With
shit.
the belt collectors.
Bro, we're
man.
gonna need a
Kenny
fucking
Omega.
championship belt
We're
for
gonna
this
have to make
fucking
one. We're gonna have
show.
to make one, and definitely we are the champions, and we'll be the champions of Friday night, August 6th at
Boomers.
Boomers, 8
Yes.
p.m. Be there. Thank you guys. Give us a follow on Facebook. Give us a follow on Instagram. Make sure to follow us on YouTube, Twitch. Man, we're the best.
Oh my God.
Why wouldn't you?
Why
From the
wouldn't you?
West.
Don't you want to prove that you're smart? Don't you want to be smart? You'd be laughing like instead of being a dumbass in the world, don't you want to be over here with like us? It's way better over here. The water's warm. Come on in. Let's
Really
go
nice,
for a swim.
really warm.
As long as it's not yellow warm.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's only on Saturday nights.
Not Friday nights, August 6th.
No,
Saturday.
Not a
Seven.
Saturday night, August 8th. Golden showers. Fucking come on.
Thank you, Chad, for coming down,
That's
spreading some
Absolutely. Thanks for
knowledge.
having me, guys.
Thanks,
Appreciate
sir.
it.
Not that I ever hate cops, but I guess what? After I met Chad, I love him even more, and I fucking appreciate all the
Appreciate
fucking
it.
people out here.
Thank you.
It's
back to
not when I
blue.
get tickets, but for everything else that they're doing, it's a hard fucking job. And anyone out there talking shit and complaining, I want to see these motherfuckers do it because they're lazy pieces of shit who are fucking not doing anything, and they're probably the ones fucking shit up. So fuck you for being an asshole.
He's talking about me
Wow,
right now.
wow. He's going hard.
And thank you for everyone who's fucking supporting that shit and fucking just trying to make this place a better, decent place just to
Safer.
be at, man.
Yeah.
Like
Mario
just
sounds
Better
like-
humanity out there. Come on.
Absolutely.
Let's
Just-
do this.
Hell
Be
yeah.
better.
just
Absolutely.
Be better.
Just treat others like you want to be treated, man. It's the golden rule. Just do that shit.
Yes.
On that note, we out.
We are out.